expected you'd be competing with a firefighter, right? Benet, when obviously a large organization, there are all these options, you know, Android, iPhone, iPad, everything, all the different things that Andy mentioned. With a smaller publication, where are you guys focusing your energy in terms of efforts? What are the platforms that you're focusing on, and how many people are helping with that? Or is it truly Benet and an iPhone and that's that?
It's not quite that. Two of our competitors have iPhone apps, and we decided to go for now with the mobile version of our website. It doesn't have everything on it, but it has what we've discovered our readers want. They are still considering it. I think it's kind of like NPR. They're trying to figure out how to have the most robust product. And we're putting the Aviation Week name out there, so we want to make sure that it's a product that our readers are going to really use and find useful. So we're still kind of going through that process now. And just as a lark, because I got very upset when I saw our competitors had, I decided, well, how hard can this be? So I built an Aviation Week iPhone app. And I'm not a coder or anything like that. There are programs out there you can do it.
You know enough to be dangerous.
Just to be dangerous. And I showed it to my boss, and he was like, "This is really cool. Now destroy it." So that's where we are.
But from those things, a lot of times, those sort of stealth efforts, those things that are done on the side, those actually do trigger ideas and trigger development. So, you know, in many cases, that's where great ideas are born. It may not be that the execution is perfect, but the concept has been proven.
Well, that's what happened when we decided to start blogging. We have this robust website, and we didn't have any blogs. And I've had a personal blog since 2004. And in 2006, I went to my boss and I said, you know, we have some great stuff that doesn't get into the magazine, doesn't get in the newsletters. Let's do a blog. And he looked at me. He's like, no, we can't do that. I was like, well, why not? You know, there's nothing stopping us. And he was like. And I just kept harassing him. And at that time, my beat was airports and aviation security. And there was a lot going on. So my boss came to me and was like, okay, look, we're going to let you do this. But this is what we're going to do. He bought a TypePad account with his personal money. He got a graphic designer to do a really bad logo for me, off the books, off hours. And he was like, okay, put it up there, but do not tell anyone that you're doing this. I'm like, well, I can't tell. He's like, nobody in the company, just write it, tell a few of your friends, and let's see what happens. So I started blogging in August of 2006, and a few months later, the president of Aviation Week was at a cocktail party, and people came up, oh my gosh, we love that blog you guys do, Towers and Tarmacs on the Aviation Week site, we love it. You know, why don't you guys have more blogs? And he's smiling and nodding. He's like, thank you, thank you. He steps out and he calls my boss. He's like, who the hell is blogging for Aviation Week? But then he saw that people were reacting to it and like it. So now, you know, we have 6 or 7 blogs now that are very popular. I mean, Aries, which is our defense blog, is just one of it's like the go-to destination for blogs on the defense industry now. So that was our little experiment, and people were kind of adverse because, you know, we have journalists who are like, well, I'm just a writer, I'm not a blogger, and I don't do this sort of thing. And the people who were most resistant to this now see the possibilities, and they have fun with it, and they can do things that they can't do, and they can show their personalities too. So.